Hey y'all, it's Livia, aka florwalsims. I'm gonna stop apologizing for my month-long absences because at this point, I'm just very inconsistent when it comes to uploading. I feel bad about it, like even when I'm not uploading anything or like releasing builds and stuff, just know I'm still thinking about y'all and I'm like stressing over it and feeling really bad about it. I've got a lot to fill y'all in on. I have a whole messy ass story time about like me and my ex right now. Also, my parents are getting a divorce, which is actually a really good thing because my dad sucks and he's like crazy. I wish I could say more about it, but like there's a chance my dad will watch this video and I don't want any more drama than there already is. But yeah, before I get into anything, let me just talk about what I'm building real quick. So in this video, we're going to be building some New Orleans double shotgun duplexes. I've never been, but I want to go to New Orleans so bad. I'm really into like history and architecture and paranormal things, so that place just seems like very up my alley. Also, I love cemeteries and they have really cool ones there. Poor choice in words, but I need to visit one of them before I die. But yeah, this build was inspired by this video I was watching. It was like one of those hood vlog style videos, and these duplexes were like in the very beginning of it, and I saw them and I was like, oh my god, I need to build those. They were only in the video for like 2 seconds though, so I kept watching and looking at house numbers and street signs to like find the exact location, and eventually I found them on Google Earth, which out of context sounds so damn scary. Because most of my builds are inspired by real places, I always think about the people living in them, because imagine you're just on YouTube and you see some bitch building your house in Sims. Like, I don't know what I would think. But I never put real addresses or house numbers. I always like come up with my own street names and stuff because I'm not trying to dox anybody, obviously. I just think their houses are cool. But yeah, anyway, I've got some stuff to talk about, complain about, all that. Oh, by the way, I got a new mic for Christmas because my old one croaked, and by my old one I mean my brother's, because I steal everything from him. I'm surprised the mic lasted as long as it did. Like, she was really busted and cracked. The stand didn't work anymore, so anytime I would record I would balance it on like vitamin bottles and books. So yeah, I did nothing but basically plug the new mic in, so I still need to mess around with settings. Hopefully it sounds better than my old one. Oh, also I need to complain about EA for a minute, because why did they break my game? And I know I'm not the only person having these issues. I've seen so many people say it. But yeah, I was so excited when For Rent was announced. I was like, hell yeah, we can finally build our own apartments. But no. My game has had so many issues since that update came out. First off, my game went from loading in 2 seconds to taking like 10 minutes. I even took out all my mods, all my saves, so I'm having really long loading times. My game is laggy as hell. My game is also crashing nonstop. Even when I was recording this speed build, I was saving 5 million times because it was crashing over and over again. So yeah, my game is basically like unplayable right now. And it just really pisses me off because I want to play Sims, like damn. I had planned on doing a small update for my port sim save file. I was gonna like make it winter and snowy and like put Christmas decorations everywhere and like upload it a week before Christmas. I was gonna switch all of the apartments to the residential lot type. It was gonna be really cute, but no. Things just can't work out. Like, things cannot just be simple. So yeah, sorry, I want to release a new update really bad, but my game's not even working. Like, bruh, I'm just so sick of EA releasing these half-assed packs that have so many problems. But For Rent has definitely given me the most issues. Like, this is worse than My Wedding Stories, Dine Out. Like, this shit is absolutely terrible. I know they did a hotfix not that long ago, but it literally changed nothing, so I don't even know what they did. But yeah, I know the higher ups at EA are the ones to blame, but I'm gonna need a sim guru to like get up and start beating some ass or something, because they're such a trash company. Like, I'm not even looking forward to the Project Renee stuff. Like, why would I? But yeah, anyway, EA sucks and I hate them, and they have taken years off of my life, so thanks, I guess. Now for the real tea. I have a story time for y'all. I was debating doing one because like it's messy, but I don't care. I grew up watching Tana Mojo, and this is just me living out my storytime YouTuber dream. So all the way back in August, I had mentioned in one of my speed build videos that I broke up with my boyfriend. I didn't go into too much detail, I kind of just made some jokes about it. The reason I'm even about to tell y'all all of this is because, in a way, my ex did request it, because he sent me a DM the other night saying, please make another YouTube video so that he can secondhand stalk me. So here you go, my Hope you love it. The way we even ended up together in the first place is kind of funny because I had matched with him on Tinder like years ago when I was freshly 18, and he followed me on Instagram and I followed him back, I guess, but I really have no memory of talking to him on Tinder, but he says I did. But back then, like, I used dating apps to troll people. Like, I got banned from Tinder because of it. I was also living in California at the time because I'm from Virginia and I live back here again now. But yeah, I was out there for a few years and it was during COVID, so I was bored. It was like July 2020. And we like got to know each other and I actually ended up liking him, but I would like ghost him for a little bit. One time he ghosted me for 2 weeks and then called me and he was like, I fucked a bitch when I was off Molly and I haven't talked to you because I feel guilty. And so like I blocked him. And then one day I unblock him. And when I tell y'all that man was waiting for me to unblock him because the next day he messaged me, that was a red flag. Like I should have known then, like I would never know peace from this man. But my dumbass started talking to him again anyway. And then I ghosted him once again for a while and ended up moving back home. So literally the day after my flight, I was at my cousin's house and I texted him and I was like, by the way, I live in Virginia again, LOL. I think like that night that he found out that I was living back home, he called me from the club, by the way. He was in the club bathroom, music blasting in my ear, and he was like, I'm in love with you. And I was like, huh? And I went along with it anyway. I was like, okay, I love you too. And then the next day, I'm back at my cousin's house. We're about to go to a Halloween party. And he's like, will you be my girlfriend? Before he ever met me in person, I was like, yeah, sure. And that's our beautiful love story. Now, the reason we broke up, like, I'm not gonna pretend like the entire relationship was trash. Like, he really was one of my best friends and I loved him and cared about him a lot. He was really cool for a while. Like, he's always been an asshole, but I'm kind of bitchy, so it would cancel each other out. But he started getting, like, really rude to me all the time for no reason because he was stressed over his job and shit. Like, he'd always be very short with me, and it was just pissing me off. There are, like, a few things that made me want to not be with him anymore. Like, one night I was talking about my friend that had died from an overdose, and my ex basically was like, not to be devil's advocate, but he should have never done heroin. Like, yeah, bestie, he shouldn't have, but he's dead now and I'm sad over it. Oh, I'd also like to mention the fact that as all of this was going down, I was staying at my cousin's house because my home life was so bad because of my dad that like I was gonna have a mental breakdown and I had to stay with my cousin for 2 weeks just to like get away from everything. And right before that, I had to stay for a week in the hospital with my mom because cancer. And the day that my mom got released, I found out another one of my friends had died from overdosing. So I was like extra sensitive. Like, he's doing all this and I'm literally going through it. Like, I'm so happy now. Like, my life is great now, but damn, like, that was a really dark time for me. So the fact that I was even putting up with this shit in the first place during all of that was like, like, why was I doing that to myself? So that was obviously like a big thing that just made me be done with him. Literally that same day, he had moved in with a bitch and we had had this discussion before because he wanted to leave his mom's house. So he was like, I'm gonna move in with my homeboy. We're gonna get an apartment together. I was like, cool. And he had mentioned that he had this other friend that was a girl that said that he could move in with her. And obviously I didn't fuck with that because like my man was a hoe. And I was always like insecure about it because I've been cheated on before and I just don't want to go through that again. But I did not want him moving in with her and I told him that. So tell me why he calls me as he's packing his bags, moving furniture and shit, being like, oh yeah, I'm living with her now. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're living with her now? When was this? Like, hello? And then y'all, this is the part that makes me the most sick. A few days later, tell me why my man is on his Instagram story posting a video of him and her in their dimly ass lit living room, and he is oiled up, getting a massage, shirtless by this bitch. When I tell y'all I snapped on him, like I was feeling murderous, but I feel like I had a right to be upset about that. Like, hello? I know damn well if roles were reversed, that man would be sick on his stomach. Like he would be like shaking, crying, throwing up. Cause I can't even mention like a guy being attractive without him getting pissed. What gets me too, y'all, is the fact that he was trying to act like I was being dramatic and overreacting. He was like, chill, she's going to school for massage therapy, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what she's going to school for. Why do y'all both think it's okay to be in a dimly lit room with her hands all over you, shirtless? Like, I'm getting pissed all over again just thinking about it. So yeah, he started not being nice to me. He disrespected my dead best friend for no reason. Very out of pocket. Moved in with a bitch that loves to give him massages. So yeah, it was just a lot of stuff combined. So when I was on vacation in the Outer Banks with my family, I was like sitting and just reflecting on shit. I was like, there are already so many things going on in my life that are stressing me out. And this relationship is like not making me feel better in the slightest. So I'm sitting on a balcony at the beach house, chain smoking Camel Crushes, listening to Lana Del Rey, staring at the ocean, and I was just like, you know what? I'm done. So I texted him and I was like, I don't want to be with you because you're a man child and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, damn, like, why? Like, why are you doing this? And it was just a whole thing, but I blocked him on everything. Didn't talk to him for months until earlier this month. I was on my family's HBO and I was like, why is this man still watching fucking Property Brothers on this shit? I was pissed. I'm petty. And anytime I would see that he was like using our stuff, I would remove like his watch history. So he'd have to like, if he wanted to watch something again, he'd have to find where he was at. And I couldn't tell my family to change the passwords because they'd get irritated that I even like shared the passwords in the first place. So yeah, I unblocked him for 2 seconds, literally just saying, bitch, stop using my family's streaming services, and then blocked him again. Tell me why I get a notification from my banking app with a message from him saying, they still my family too. Like, he does not stop. And then I was like going back and forth with him like pissed. And then he said, I will love you always. And the part that gets me the most is he wasn't like sending me $1 to talk to me. He was requesting 10 cents from me. So yeah, he stayed blocked again for a while until the other night. I'm with my friends and my friend Kenzie is like, tell me why pulls up to my job. I'm like, what? This man pulled up to my best friend's job. They were never even close, and she lives in another state. She lives in North Carolina, but apparently he was cleaning houses out there. Why do you think it's okay to show up to my friend's job? Like, it just really pisses me off because like, no matter what I do, this man is always gonna like be doing some shit. He even called my mom when like I made an announcement on my YouTube channel. I was like, my mom's cancer free. He called my mom and told her like congratulations. And I didn't say anything to him about it because like that was sweet. I don't feel like he had any like bad intentions with that. But like all the other stuff is just mad annoying. Like, you don't need to use my HBO Max. You don't need to pull up to my friend's work. And the final thing I'm pissed about, y'all, I unblocked him once again. I shouldn't have, but like I really wanted to know like why he thought it was okay to show up to my friend's work, because I was like, hey, that's weird. I don't like that. And he was like, sorry, I wasn't trying to be weird. I was just in the area. Like, and then he's DMing me like, do you still love me? Do you miss me? I'll never get over you. Like, saying all this stuff. And then later tells me that he has a new girlfriend. And I was like, why did you even respond to my message in the first place if you have a girlfriend? Like, why are you in my DMs right now asking if I miss you and love you when you got a whole other bitch laid up beside you? I don't know. It's just, it really pisses me off. And he's blocked once again for good this time. I just really wish he would like respect boundaries and stop trying to talk to my family and friends and shit, because they don't even like you like that. Keep in mind, I'm 24, but this man is 30 years old and he has another girlfriend now. So there's no reason for him to be like confessing his love to me still. He was like, even if I was married, I'd still like respond to you. Like, that shit is sad because I know damn well I'm not that special and you're probably saying it to like 50 other girls. I literally told him, I was like, go talk to your bitch. And he was like, she sleep. Like, what? You are grimy. You are for the streets. But yeah, that's my little tea spill gossip session. I know you're watching this. Please learn how to respect people's boundaries and please learn how to be loyal, because I feel bad for your girlfriend and being unfaithful is a very like nasty, dirty, trifling thing.